I'd just like to begin by acknowledging the traditional owners of the land on which we meet today and pay my respects to the elders past and present. I'd also like to acknowledge the Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander members of our Quit Skills team at Cancer Council SA. It's really only through their generosity and dedication to sharing their knowledge and life experiences that I'm able to stand here today and contribute to the conversation. So at Cancer Council SA, we have TIS funding for both the Quit Skills program, which is a national training program, and for Quitline Enhancement in SA and NT. We have a particular course that's tailored to maternal health workers in terms of offering training. So that was a pilot program that commenced in 2018 and during the first 6 months was conducted across 3 states with some community consultation. It was initially delivered as a single unit competency course, and then after some consultation broadened out to offer 3 units of competency, and now sort of 18 months on we're also looking at further options and possibly going back to offering the single day, noting some of the challenges that exist in remote areas. So to date we've delivered 22 courses across remote areas from Katherine to Nhulunbuy, Mount Magnet, Derby, Bamaga, Sajuna. The course itself, I'm assuming most of you probably know about Quit Skills. It's delivered in 3 parts. There's an online learning module that ideally people will have completed or part completed before they attend the training. There's the 2 days of training and assessment, and then the 3rd day there's a workplace project which is supporting those workers to embed what they've learned in their own environment, and also undertaking a men's group which is about talking to partners and other men in the community about how they can assist women who are pregnant in their smoking cessation journey. They're the 3 units of competency that people will achieve as part of the program, but I think probably some of the key things that have been discussed here today are the same challenges that the Quit Skills team identify in the remote and very remote areas. So obviously language, literacy and numeracy skills can be a key component, particularly where English is a 3rd or 4th or 5th language for some of the participants. The distractions that can come working in a community environment, whether that be business, whether it be weather, family interruptions, etc., and particularly where we're running the courses within a clinic, and there's an expectation that those staff are still available for people in the community, and so they feel quite conflicted attending the course versus providing services to people who are literally lining up outside the door. Some of the lessons learned, I guess, is really looking at how we still develop a level of trust and I guess connection and relationships with people in community, so that we're not just swooping in, dumping a whole lot of information and leaving. It's how we maintain that support and connection once the training has finished. And there's certainly lots of requests for ongoing training and managing some of those things that Juliette was talking about in terms of the staff turnover that's fairly constant through communities. Opportunities, I think, and I'll definitely be talking more afterwards, some debriefing from the Nhulunbuy team on Tuesday, and so there were lots of things that came out of that we would like to be trialling in remote areas. From a Quitline enhancement perspective, we have trained Indigenous counsellors on the Quitline, and also female non-Indigenous counsellors who've been trained with culturally appropriate approaches. We have an incentives program whereby people who engage with Quitline can receive a number of items such as baby blankets, teddy bears, pacifiers, etc., as they continue to connect and call in with Quitline. And yeah, some of the challenges really are around making Quitline relevant to people in remote and very remote areas where there's perceived language barriers, or where it's perceived that there's just not a relatedness, and for them, calling Quitline in Adelaide, they might as well call Alaska. So it's really, I guess, trying to educate about what Quitline can do and what can it achieve and how it can support people, and acknowledging where there are those barriers that we need to think of another way of going around it, because at the end of the day, the messaging we get is that people want that face-to-face interaction. Last time? I'll leave it at that. Thank you.